All right, so welcome everyone. Ready to dive deep into today's financial landscape. We got a whole bunch of AI-generated summaries of some recent news, right? Could be focusing on the crazy world of cryptocurrency as always, and also some key indicators about the U.S. economy. So yeah, buckle up. We're gonna break it all down. The stuff that really matters for you, the listener.
Yeah, definitely. Like, think of us as your guides, your financial Sherpas or something, helping you cut through all that noise, all that jargon. We're here to help you understand what's really going on, what these headlines actually mean, for your wallet.
Okay, let's jump in then, huh?
Mm.
Big news first off. Ethereum's been on a tear lately, soaring past Tencent, market cap to grab that 27th spot globally.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild, huh? I mean, this isn't just any company, right? This is Tencent. What's driving Ethereum through the roof?
Well, it's really interesting. A lot of it seems to be this whole world of decentralized finance, right?
Oh.
DeFi. And of course, NFTs are still a big factor.
Right.
I think people are starting to realize that Ethereum, it's not just another cryptocurrency. It's more than that. It's a whole platform. You can build all sorts of applications on it. So yeah, I think this move past Tencent, it's a real sign that Ethereum is, that it's a serious player, on the global financial stage,
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting. But okay, speaking of crypto, Bitcoin, it kind of took a tumble, dropped to $88,800. And the analysis points to this thing called deleveraging in the futures market.
Right.
I gotta admit, that term always kind of throws me for a loop.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It sounds complicated, but it's actually it's a way to manage risk, really. So imagine you're a trader and you've borrowed some money to, try to make bigger profit.
Leverage it up. Yeah.
Exactly, leverage. But then the market gets a little shaky, right? Like it did recently. So maybe you want to reduce how much you're exposed to that borrowed money. That's deleveraging, basically. And the thing is, when a lot of traders all do this at the same time, it can kind of snowball, trigger this big drop in price. Like what happened with Bitcoin?
So even if I'm not, messing around with futures trading myself, this whole deleveraging thing, it could still affect my crypto, right?
Yeah.
Like the stuff I just hold.
Exactly. It just shows how connected everything is, right? Like in the crypto market, even something that seems far away, it can still have these ripple effects. So yeah, it's really important to understand how it all works, even if you're not, actively trading futures yourself.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's been some talk about a possible Solana ETF resubmission. This will be after the new SEC chairman takes over.
Oh, right.
So, for those of us who are still wrapping our heads around ETFs, can you break down what this could actually mean for Solana?
Sure. So basically, think of an ETF like a basket of assets, right? And you can buy and sell these baskets on a stock exchange.
Okay.
So if a Solana ETF gets approved, it would mean regular investors could get in on it more easily. Oh, I see.
Yeah, which could bring in a ton of new money into Solana. So potentially this could be huge for making it more mainstream.
Yeah.
But there's a flip side too.
Yeah.
More regulation.
Oh, yeah.
It opens the door for that. More scrutiny.
So it's like a trade-off then, huh? More legitimacy, maybe even big growth, but also, tighter reins. Makes you think about what it means for the long term, for sure.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, over the next few months.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and before we move on, I gotta mention AERO. They saw a price jump of 15.1%, reaching $2.01. What's behind that kind of crazy growth?
Well, it's hard to say for sure without, really digging into what AERO's been up to specifically. Maybe some good news about their project came out, or maybe it's just, the market momentum carrying it along.
Yeah.
But, it's a good reminder that the crypto market, it's super volatile. I mean, you can see these huge gains, but you can also see some big losses too. Yeah, volatility is the name of the game for sure. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and look at the bigger picture now, the U.S. economy. So the news is highlighting a pretty strong job market, surprisingly resilient.
Right.
And they're saying this could actually affect interest rate decisions. Can you walk us through that connection?
Sure. So basically, a strong job market usually means a healthy economy, right? People are working, they're spending money, and that drives growth.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it can also lead to inflation, like prices start going up too fast.
Oh, okay.
And then the Federal Reserve, the Fed, they might raise interest rates to kind of, cool things down, keep inflation under control. It's kind of like tapping the brakes on a car that's going too fast.
Makes sense. So, okay, a strong job market can lead to interest rate hikes, but aren't there other things that matter too? Like what about supply chains getting messed up? Or, what's happening in the global economy?
Absolutely. I mean, the economy is this giant, complicated web, right? Everything's connected. So, yeah, supply chain problems, global events, all of that, it influences what the Fed decides to do. The job market is just one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's like trying to solve this giant financial Rubik's Cube.
Haha, exactly.
Speaking of puzzles, the December U.S. one-year inflation rate, it just came in at 2.9%, which is higher than expected.
Yeah.
What's that telling us?
Well, it could mean that inflation is going to be a bit more stubborn than we thought, Like it's going to stick around. The Fed, they want inflation to be around 2%. So this higher number, it might push them to raise interest rates even more just to try to, get things back on track.
Okay, so tying this back to crypto, if the Fed raises rates, could that affect crypto prices too?
It could, yeah, because when interest rates are higher, those traditional investments, they start to look more appealing. So some investors, they might pull their money out of riskier assets like crypto. It's all part of that, interconnectedness we were talking about.
Wow, it really shows how complex this whole thing is, right? And how connected everything is. We got Ethereum making big moves, Bitcoin reacting to, all the ups and downs, a possible Solana ETF on the horizon, and then the U.S. economy dealing with inflation and, a strong job market. It's a lot.
Yeah, definitely a lot to keep track of. But remember, the main takeaway here is that everything's linked, From those futures market moves to the job market, it all ripples through the whole financial system, affecting both traditional markets and the crypto world.
Exactly. And that brings us to our final thought for all of you listening. So we talked about a possible Solana ETF, right? But imagine, what if every major cryptocurrency had an ETF? Like, how would that change the game for investors? Would it make things more stable, or would it just bring even more volatility? It's something to think about, for sure.
There's no way to predict the future, but that's what makes finance so fascinating, right? It's always changing. So keep learning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep asking those questions.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.